right, I'm here with Mike Patton from AA Home Inspection. Hey, Mike.
How you doing, Ben?
Good, and we are on location in a house in Deer Park, and we're in the basement. I feel like, do you start all your inspections in the basement?
No, typically we actually start before we even get to the house. We check the house picture itself on the very front, where we start, and then we just start proceeding inward, and the basement is usually after we've done the exterior and the roof.
Okay, so let's talk about kind of what you're looking for in the basement. So maybe as people are like walking through the homes with us, your realtors, then they can kind of look at some things.
Okay.
And we got our flashlights because
Gotta have a
we
flashlight.
can
Come
point things. All right. Ready?
Sure.
Let's see what you see.
First thing, like in this basement, first thing we notice is they've already had a water management system installed. There's a sump pit I saw over here at the other side, but this is where they've actually trenched around and added tile, if you will, French drain.
So the water's coming in. Go ahead.
Any water that comes through the block, anything that comes down the wall is actually being captured by the way they left this open. But basically any other moisture below the slab here is also going to the sub pump pit.
Because these types of foundations, they capture a lot of moisture.
Yep.
So
block
this is a good
foundations.
thing. Okay.
So, and then like right up here, I don't know if you can get it in the camera, we've got what we call a flying splice. And this is pretty obvious when you're walking through. You can see the wire nuts. It's not terminated in a box correctly. So if you were to turn right back around at the camera, you'll see work boxes where they've terminated within the work box, and that's proper. So all that really needs is a work box put in and properly terminated again.
Okay.
So as you're walking through though, we also do termite inspections. So I would be looking up through here, looking for any kinds of signs of termite activity, be it tubes, be it old damage, just whatever we need to be talking about on that. The other thing is you're always looking, particularly with the older block foundations like this, with the cinder block, you're looking at those rafter tails to make sure that you're not seeing excessive moisture and deterioration on those.
Okay.
So that's kind of it in a nutshell. Immediately you go to plumbing, you start looking, and it's kind of one of those conversations that, what are you looking at? I really don't know what I'm looking at. I'm looking at everything. I can't tell you that it's this or that. It's whatever pops up. So.
Well, let's talk about some of this. Is this moisture on the wall here that we see, this brown?
Anytime you see that effervescence coming through like that, that is moisture. Now, with this system having been put in, I don't know what these walls looked like before. Okay. But yet if you see this and you don't have any kind of drainage system, it's an immediate concern for moisture coming through the block. Okay. And even like the ThoroSeal, that's why you're bubbling. That's probably been a paint or a ThoroSeal product and it's getting water behind it. Okay. And it's basically bubbling it out. Okay, great. Yeah, we can see that all along the... All the way around the perimeter here. And again, your sub pumps, particularly this time of year, heavy rains, everything else we're getting ready to go into with the spring. Check your sub pump, make sure it's running. You can actually lift the float arm down in the pit and you'll hear it running, obviously.
Well, and if your basement's not flooded, it means it's working, right?
Nope.
No?
So it may mean you've just been very lucky. And the other thing is you can adjust those float arms to where the water level is lower in the pit. Less water is better. Okay. And a lot of homes, basically that is improperly adjusted to where the water level is staying up really high around the footers because the footers are at the water level instead of... Oh, okay. Lower. Well, Mike, if people want to do an inspection, you're licensed in which states? Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana. And what's the best way to get a hold of you to schedule one? 859-750, I'm going to back up on that one, 859-448-0213, or on our website at aahomeinspection.net. You can get online and basically schedule an inspection 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That sounds awesome. And if you're interested in selling your house, give Alan and I a call at 513-646-1488.